extend a warm welcome to all our guests, delegates and participants. May this conference ignite ideas.
Our NSS Program Officer, Ms. Navya, to welcome our Registrar to this happening. It's a pleasure to welcome our today. I request our NSS Program Officers to welcome all of them to this prestigious event. By listening to a special message from our Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. Mansukh Mandavia.
From India and around the world. The International Conference, IPOL 2025, being organized by Yenepoya University, is bringing together 500 young delegates to discuss 2025 is a celebration of ideas, a call to action, and a commitment to the future. Your presence reflects the power of youth in promoting international cooperation, cross-cultural understanding, and collective aspirations for better world. I am happy to see that this conference focus on powerful and relevant themes. It highlights how youth are shaping the future by starting businesses, leading with confidence, protecting the planet, exploring space, building with technology, and empowering young women to lead and succeed. We live in an era of rapid change. Science, digital tools, and connectivity have empowered youth like never before. Across the globe, young people are solving real problems with bold ideas and new ventures. This is your time to act. If you have an idea, bring it to life, start a project, help your community, lead with purpose. When you do, you don't just grow, you help others grow too. But progress must be sustainable. Youth are already at the forefront of climate action, starting green enterprises, conserving energy, and restoring nature. India has ambitious goals for clean energy and sustainability. We need your innovation to achieve them. Technology and science are your wings. From AI to space missions, young Indians are already making remarkable contributions. Embrace these fields. The future belongs to those who explore. Leadership starts at home, in your school, street, village, your state. Small actions create lasting impact. Our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has given us a vision, Viksit Bharat by 2027. To realize it, we need committed, courageous, young change makers like you. To empower our youth, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports has already initiated the My Bharat, a one-stop solution platform for youth to freely access experiential learning, volunteering opportunities, participate in events and avail mentorship. India view the youth of the world are partners in progress. The future, whether in India or beyond, will be shaped by your generation. Act with courage, creativity, and compassion. True leadership is about lifting others. I have fully faith that with your energy and commitment, India will achieve its dream of Viksit Bharat, and global youth will drive us all toward a more prosperous, equitable, and sustainable future. Wishing you an inspiring and productive conference. Jai Hind.
Joint Secretary Youth Affairs and Chief Vigilance Officer, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, who will be wishing us success through a video call.
Vice Chancellor Dr. M. Vijay Kumar, esteemed colleagues, distinguished speakers, youth participants and my dear friends. Warm greetings to everyone. At the outset, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to Yenepoya University for hosting the first international seminar. This collaborative effort with the Department of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, marks an important step in advancing our collective vision of youth empowerment and international understanding. My gratitude also goes out to all the speakers, youth delegates,
Thank you, sir. We extend our gratitude to Sri Hitesh Kumar Mishra to invite our esteemed chief guest of ICANN Youth 2025, Sri Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, to share her vision with us. We are eagerly waiting to listen to her.
Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Yenepoya, Vice Chancellor, Dr. M. Vijay Kumar, Registrar, Dr. K.S. Elgadra Somayaji, esteemed colleagues, distinguished speakers, youth participants, and my dear friends. I'm honored to be here today at the ICON Youth 2025, the international conference organized by Yenepoya University in collaboration with the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India. This is the first in a series of international seminars to be conducted by the department in collaboration with universities all over the country. On behalf of the Department of Youth Affairs, I thank Yenepoya University for hosting such a vibrant gathering of young leaders, experts, academicians, and change makers, which reflects on the university's commitment to global dialogue and youth leadership. The theme of the seminar, Envisioning India's Future, Youth as Change Makers, is of utmost relevance in today's world. In our increasingly interconnected global landscape, academic forums such as these are essential instruments for cultivating international understanding and shared progress. By providing a structured space, youth from diverse geographies can engage in meaningful dialogue, reflect on pressing challenges, and collectively envision inclusive and sustainable futures. International seminars serve as platforms for cultural exchange and mutual learning, helping young minds develop the global perspective and confidence they need to address challenges like climate change, digital disruption, inequality, and sustainable development. Such platforms align directly with the mission of the Department of Youth Affairs to empower India's youth to be active contributors to national and international development. Over the years, the department has undertaken several pioneering initiatives to create enabling ecosystems for young people. Mera Yuva Bharat is a technology-driven platform created to unlock the potential of youth by providing experiential learning, mentorship, and volunteering opportunities. My Bharat is designed to act as a digital platform for youth across the country to connect with causes that matter, develop leadership abilities, and engage meaningfully in their communities. Through various volunteering and capacity building activities, My Bharat has emerged as a dynamic national movement that is positioning India's youth at the forefront of global change. Alongside My Bharat, the department continues to nurture and support India's largest and most inclusive youth network, the National Service Scheme. NSS, with its strong presence in colleges and universities, inspires students to engage in nation building through voluntary service, awareness drives, disaster response, and rural development. It inculcates a strong sense of social responsibility and civic consciousness in our youth. NSS has been working tirelessly across the country to promote youth empowerment, leadership, and skill development. It provides young people with platforms to voice their ideas, lead initiatives, and become catalysts of change within their communities. In this context, the International Seminar is more than just a conference. It is a timely and much-needed opportunity. Over the next 2 days, we will engage in a series of thought-provoking sessions, interactive panel discussions, and cultural exchanges that promise to spark fresh ideas, encourage collaboration, and inspire action. It is wonderful to see a diverse group of national and international delegates participating in this seminar. The exchange of experiences, success stories, and innovations across borders will undoubtedly add great value to the outcome of this conference. I also appreciate the presence of several young change makers who bring with them local insights and the energy to drive transformation in their own contexts. To all the young delegates gathered here, this is your platform. I encourage you to make the most of the next 2 days. Share your vision and collaborate with fellow youth across cultures. These moments of shared learning are rare and important. They offer a chance to learn and to lead. As young leaders of tomorrow, you carry the ideas and ideals that will define our world. Once again, I would like to commend Yenepoya University and all the organizing partners for their thoughtful planning and efforts in creating this inclusive space. Your dedication to hosting this international seminar reflects the core values of academic excellence, innovation, and social responsibility. I am confident that the dialogues that take place over the course of this seminar will lay the groundwork for future collaborations both at the institutional and individual levels. Let us remember that the world we are trying to build depends on the bridges we form today. Bridges of understanding, empathy, and cooperation. This international seminar represents such a bridge. It connects people, ideas, and cultures. It empowers youth to look beyond national boundaries and to take on the role of global citizens. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your thoughts with us and inspiring youth towards envisioning India's future as today's youth are tomorrow's leaders for a better, peaceful society. We are now honored to welcome our respected Vice Chancellor, Dr. M. Kumar, Organizing Chairperson of Icon Youth 2025 for the keynote address.
Namaskar to everybody. Very good morning to all of you. At the outset, I welcome every one of you seated here, both the delegates and the resource persons, mentors, teachers, guides, and also the people who are on the dais. My own Chancellor and the Chief Guest of the program, Dr. Sara, the Director of NSS Activities, South Zone, and the NSS State Director, and my own colleague, Dr. Register, and all other my colleagues who are sitting here, plus all the people who have come all the way. As Organizing Chairman, I take the opportunity to once again welcome you. At the outset, I thank the Government of India's Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports for having chosen us as their partners to do this program. Albeit this is the first one. When I say the first one, why they are chosen, many people will be wondering there are enough universities more and more. And I don't know why they chose, frankly. They only said they are chosen and we grabbed the opportunity. We always believe in grabbing the opportunity, we cannot create opportunity. When I say that, as just comes to my mind, I'm a typical professor, so I have to speak quoting people also. Weak men wait for opportunities, strong men create them, they say. But I always add, wise men at least use the opportunities. We are wise enough to only use the opportunities. Thanks to the Chancellor and the Director of Extension Activity, Dr. Ashwin Shetty, who are ready to go with that and lead this program as you are seeing. But nothing comes without any background or any reasons. As I see from my own point of view, when we started as an NSS. I reached 10 years ago here. With the half I came, seeing a lot of suffering of the cancer patients. I'm basically a cancer surgeon. So seeing that I have to do something for this, I thought, because at that point of time the ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research, data suggested that 88% of the patients who are attending the institutions all over India suffer from stage 3 and stage 4. That's too big a number. I thought we should do something, but I grabbed the opportunity, as I said, we always grab the opportunity of the NSS being a smooth oil program going on here. That's how we started the journey, by creating a cancer awareness outreach program. And then we went on doing this along with the Bangalore University, which is also located just a few kilometers from here. Seeing us doing this, thanks to the government of Karnataka, the Department of Sports and Youth Activities, understood what we are doing, and they asked us to do the same thing all over Karnataka. It's a very big task given to us. Being a private university, we said yes, we'll do, but in a modified version. And that's what we did by training the 40 universities of Karnataka, the NSS program officers, program coordinators, 4,000 people. We trained them about the early detection and screening and what are the ill effects of the cancer, and so that they in turn train the NSS students, volunteers, and then move on to the rural population during the camps. This is what we started, and it was so effectively done thanks to the NSS state directors currently sitting here, Dr. Pratap India, and also the Directorate of Southern Zone, Dr. Karthikeyan. Both of them recognized us and asked us to do something more. We are now working with the NSS in 5 districts of Karnataka for the tribal population. We are doing that tribal population screening and early detection of the non-communicable diseases, including cancer of the oral cavity, breast and cervix, apart from diabetes, hypertension and anemia. Having said this, once in a while if they do it and leave it, then it will be only a part of the story. Whereas the state government, NSS department, under the leadership of the ministry and the secretaries and the state directors, they are continuing to support for the last 4 years so that we can continue to do the work effectively. You are under the scanner is what every one of us here should know. When we did this, voluntarily the Rotary Club of Bangalore, along with their international partners, came and said, we want to contribute something, and that's how our Well Women Clinic bus, which was specially designed to go to any place and stay there on their own electricity support without even our external support, we could do that, and we are now reaching the tribal and rural population of these 5 districts of Karnataka. We are doing that. And having done all this, when we are moving towards this direction, then came the Indian Council of Medical Research. They asked for an expression of interest all over the country, asking us to participate, why this NCD program is not becoming a success, although Government of India Health and Family Welfare Department is giving all the support. Then they asked for the expression of interest. We were one among 186. I wrote as a principal investigator along with Dr. Abbakka, the professor of community medicine, and to my own certificates, we got selected as one of the 6 in the country, and we are the only one of the Karnataka state. This background story is important, I thought, not only to share with you, but probably these are the reasons why we have been chosen today to make you as our guest and me as our host. I am thankful once again for choosing us to be the partners with the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India. And nobody has spoken about my university, so as a Vice Chancellor, I have to come down a bit at least. I'll take 2 minutes on that. We are one of the deemed to be universities in this country who are ranked at NAC A+, and ranked in the NIRF ranking within 100 for the past 3 to 4 years. And we started in a very small way, as my colleague Dr. Somyaji said, with the dental college. Today we got 12 faculties and 11 colleges with 4,000 staff members, out of which almost 900 people are teaching staff. Having said, you have to go, take the opportunity to go around the university and see the facilities for your own self, and you will deeply appreciate the efforts and the infrastructure they have placed for the benefit of the students at large. And we are one of the most wanted universities by the students in various disciplines. I would only urge that Dr. Ashmi Shetty gives you some time to take you around and see what you have come all the way. Not only to enjoy yourselves sitting here, I will be requesting you to have a relaxed walk around the university. We have more than one campuses, at least one campus you have to see properly, that is this campus. I will be happy to host you all. Having said all this, as youth you are sitting here, I was wondering I have to say something to you people. And to my mind, anyway, your youth achievers are here. I met all of them, at least 18 of them yesterday. I was happy to see them all coming from across the country and outside the country. And special welcome from my side to those who have come all the way. In spite of the situation was not that good, you could come here. Thank you very much. There are few lines I would like to talk to the youth who are there, because I am considered to be old. I am second oldest sitting in the campus now. So I may not be allowed to talk to you, because they want only the youth to talk to the youth. So I will take this opportunity, the mic given, to talk few words about youth, although I am old. I only will take, I am sure what I am going to tell you people know, but I am not going to tell the name of the people. At the end I will say. I don't believe in addressing, so we will interact, we'll talk to each other at this time also. There are two kids in the school who went on to play cricket so well, they were selected as for the country, and they played for the country. But the one became a legend, other fell out. Can anyone tell who are these two? Can you any guesses? Vinod Kamble? Sachin Tendulkar. Correct. But you know, both took the same time, the opposite was given for both the people, both were selected, they played for the test, played for the country. As I said, one became a legend, the other one fell out. The next question to you is, can you tell in one line, what is the difference? What made the difference? One line. Anybody? No answers? You told the name correctly, then you know why one person became successful, the other not. Although opportunity was the same. No? Answer is attitude. One was ready, nothing entered his head or shoulders, but he said that is the way to go, and you have to retain that position means continue with the same perseverance, patience and effort. What we call it as prarthana, prayatana, patience and perseverance. Prayatana, you know it is effort. Just because you have reached the level, you cannot relax. You have to continue to do that, and he has understood success is a journey and not a destination. And that's what he understood, and he became a legend, but not the other person. And what I am trying to tell you is this story, small story which you all know, is the attitude determines your altitude. Where you go, it depends on your attitude, not even with your knowledge, not even with anything else, IQ, etc. When I say this, I have to tell you scientifically what they have done. What I am talking with an example. You will have to know what happened. In early 90s, in Harvard School, USA, they did a study on 4,000 CEOs were surveyed. And that time, the idea was even for selection of the military, where you need not have IQ that much. The IQ was the only thing, quotient was the only way they used to select till that point. Sorry. And when they did the study, they found out the IQ difference between the best performing CEO and the worst performing CFO, I'll put it as most successful and most unsuccessful CEO, was only 5%. Just 5%. Then the person who did the study is Daniel Goldman. He thought, then what is this? Only 5% difference in the IQ, but one is so successful, the other is not. Then what is that which made the difference? He started working on it and then found out what your grandmothers and grannies and grandpas and aunties have already told us, and that is what he coined it as emotional intelligence. It is mix-up of how you communicate socially, how you talk to other people, how to handle other people, how to handle your situations. And that is what he called it as emotional intelligence. And that is what made the difference, is what it came out. What am I coming to? I am coming to tell you, your school education or college education and your degrees alone are not going to help you to become more successful. That doesn't mean I am asking you not to study. I am only telling it is only beginning. Your degrees and qualifications are going to be beginning, but not the end. To become successful when you come out of the campus, come out of the universities, is much more required from you is emotional intelligence and not just an IQ. That is what made the difference between Sachin Tendulkar and Vinod Kambli. That is what in simple English we are calling as attitude. It's a combination of so many social and soft skills. That is what is required today for being successful, not just getting a degree with a distinction or first class alone. That will make you go in front of the interview committee, but the selection will be not happening on your certificates alone. At least I don't select people who are just because they are gold medalists. Whether they are good enough to be taking the job and being a team person and lead from the front and ready to help the other colleague come up also. And such soft skills are what is required, and probably in the next 2 days you will be hearing this sort of talks much more from our own youth achievers who have come all the way to help. I only said this. The next part of the small story, and I'll complete. Many people think that money is not required. I'm only a student, I don't have money. What impact I can make in the society, one can ask. You can make, not tomorrow, today. I'll just give a small story about it, what has happened. A group of friends, they are all undergraduate students at the time. Somebody approached me. There was a leprosy sanatorium in that town, small town it is. And there the patients who are treated and then become cured, they won't go back, they stay there only because of the taboo. So the children of that past patients now currently cured leprosy did not have a school. They were not even admitted in the municipal schools or government schools because the other parents will not allow. So somebody started a small school and then it collapsed in the cyclone, and they came and asked us, a group of small people, there is about 6 or 10 or 10 were there, undergraduate students, and they asked, can you help us? They enthusiastically went and started asking, this money is required, I am coming to money now. So they said, we are only students, we'll see what we can do. Then they tried to approach people asking for some money. And I don't know today, but at that time, the elders said, if I give money, you will run away, what will I do? This is the answer given. That worked by them. Then they said, what probably we would not have thought of. They went and started asking people their cycles. 5 days of paper, old newspaper. 5 days. They asked, what do you do with 5 days? Please give. With that movement, they went around and collected the papers and sold them and put money of 1,000 rupees. That's all they could collect. With that 1,000 rupees, they moved to the next step and conducted what is called as musical nights all those time and collected around 10,000 rupees, and they started working on the school, and they themselves plastered, they themselves did, and the rest was history. But the most important thing was, for the inauguration of that place, they called the person who said, if I give money, he will run away. They called him and said, thanks to you, you motivated us to do this. That is why we called you as a chief guest, and gave the accounts on that day. The audited accounts was read out by them on that day, because they said public money you will not run away, they said, and they proved that it cannot happen. The youngsters are good enough, at least they are not yet corrupted. That is what they proved. And this is not a story what I am trying to tell. And you know who is standing in front of you talking is one of them. That is me. Because an undergraduate student I did it, and today I continue to do that. If it is public money, you should be very, very worried, and you should know you should not touch that and only prove it. You are under scanner, and so when you have the bill, you have the way. 1,000 rupees from this newspaper selling, we got it. Now I am changing my word, not they, it is me. So we did it, and when we can do that, I think all of you are sitting here can do it. Please remember that. When somebody can do it, you can do it. The idea should be when somebody can do, why not I should come? Not when he does it, when I cannot do, he should not do, and pull him down, should go. I repeat, when somebody can do, why not I should come, not the other way. And I am very sure the youngsters today are much more intelligent, much more exposed, but with probably not that amount of motivation which we used to have. That's my bias. If you want to prove me wrong, do well and prove that you are worthy of coming here. And thank you very much for all the way coming. God bless you. Jai Hind.
Continues to ignite inspiration in all of us. Thank you, sir, for being a guiding force and a role model to many of us. Now, as a token of gratitude and appreciation, I will now request our Honorable Chancellor, Yenepoya Deemed to be University, Dr. Yenepoya Abdullah Kuni, to present a memento to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Yenepoya Deemed to be University, and Organizing Chairperson of ICON Youth 2025 to present a memento to It is my privilege to warmly welcome our esteemed resource persons, panelists and moderators and judges who have graciously joined us from across the globe and different parts of India. I will now request Mr. Pasindu Gudatne to come up on the dais. Udit Singh Gora to come up on the dais. I request Mr. Antariksh Kaita to come up on the dais. I request Mr. Pascal Sassi Fernando R to come up on the dais. We have Mr. Antariksha Kaita here. Next we have Mr. Pat. I would like to request our esteemed chief guest to present the mementos to our distinguished panelist, Mr. Sergei Tushay, Dr. George Sedno, Mr. Sharan Shetty. Mr. Saurabh Sindhe. Mr. Vijay Raghavarla. Mr. Dishan Rajshekhar.
I'd like to request our respected Vice Chancellor, Organizing Chairperson, to present the mementos to our esteemed moderators. Mr. Navaran Baru, Mr. Mayank Shishati, Ms. Tanmaya Prakash, Ms. Divya Lakshmi S. Over the mementos to the esteemed judges of today's event. And the judges of today's competition, Mrs. Seema Prabhu, Dr. Imran Pasha, Dr. Yenepoya D'Souza, Dr. Yashoda Bhandari, Dr. Prashant Kumar Modi, Dr. Prashant Kumar Modi. We thank our esteemed judges for making time for me. Chancellor of Yenepoya D2B University, Dr. Yenepoya Abdullah Kunu, whose guidance, limitless support, and unwavering enthusiasm has inspired us to achieve what we are today. May I now invite you, sir, for your presidential message.
Esteemed dignitaries on and off the dais, Dr. Manushka Mandavi, Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, Chief Guest, Mr. Sara Jayal, Director, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, Karthikeyan, NSS Regional Director, Government of India, Dr. Pratap Ingaya, State NSS Officer, Government of Karnataka, delegates, patrons, members of the advisory board, Dr. Vijay Kumar, Vice Chancellor and Organizing Chairman, ICON Youth 2025. Dr. Gangadhar Somayaji, Registrar, Organizing Secretary Dr. Ashwini S. Shetty, Directorate of Extension and Outreach Activities, Yenepoya D2B University, faculty and members of the medical fraternity, all resource panelists, moderators, participants, members of the organizing committee, friends from the media, students, dear guests, gratitude and warm greeting to each and every one of you. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this two-day futuristic and forward-thinking international conference being held in collaboration with the Government of India, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. The youth of today represents the most dynamic and transformative force in shaping India's future. India's future rests in their able hands, and I see immense promise in every student. As mentors, our role is to guide them not just in terms of academic excellence, but also all-round holistic development. We must mold our youth to become not just successful individuals, but also mindful citizens committed to building a progress India. When empowered with the right values and opportunities, students evolve into agents of change committed to progress, innovation and national development. I am confident that in the capable hands of our youth, the vision of our stronger, inclusive and sustainable India will become a reality. In this context, envisaging India's future, youth as change makers, which is the theme of ICON Youth 2025, is perfectly aligned with the vision and values of Yenepoya, an institution that has always championed the cause of all-round development of the youth. This conference is made all the more special with the presence of delegates, resource persons, panelists, moderators and participants from across the nation and overseas. All of whom will bring great value and energy to this event. I take great pride in acknowledging the profound and prolific effort and contribution of the organizing committee under the visionary leadership of Pro-Chancellor Mr. Muhammad Farah Yenepoya and the dynamic team headed by Dr. Ashwini Shetty. Kudos to all of you for the exceptional arrangements made to ensure the grand success of this program. I place on record my deepest gratitude to all of our delegates and participants. Your presence and active involvement will undoubtedly make this two-day workshop a fruitful and memorable experience. I am confident that this platform will serve as a launchpad for future collaboration, endeavors and an enriching space for sharing knowledge, skill and experience. ICON Youth 2025 will definitely be a great win-win experience for all. To end with a quote from ICON Youth 2025 brochure, ICON Youth 2025 is more than a conference. It's a movement that channels the passion, creative and leadership of youth to drive social impact, spark innovation and shape the future of India and the world. All the best to all of you. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Thank you, sir. Your guidance, limitless support, and unwavering enthusiasm has inspired us to achieve what we are today. As we draw this enlightening inaugural ceremony to close, it's time to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who made this event a success. I now invite Dr. Ashwini S. Shetty, Director, Directorate of Extension and Outreach Activities, Yenepoya Dean to the University.
One and all, respected dignitaries on the dais, today's chief guest, State NSS Officer, Regional Director, and today's resource person, Registrar of the University, and all the deans and vice deans, vice principals, and the youth delegates. A very good afternoon to one and all, and it gives immense pride and privilege for me to propose a vote of thanks today on behalf of the entire organizing committee of ICON Youth 2025, on behalf of Ministry of Youth Affairs, Government of India, and the Yenepoya Dean to be University. First and foremost, we express our sincere gratitude to the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, for giving us this opportunity, and it is, I could say, a prestigious opportunity to host this international conference, the ICON Youth 2025, where we had an opportunity to bring all the young minds across the globe to share, to learn, and to live. Our heartfelt thanks to the Minister, Honorable Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. Mansukh Mandoria, for his inspiring support, for being a strong pillar behind this initiative. We are equally grateful to the Srimati Raksha Nikhil Khadse, Honorable Minister for State, for constant encouragement and presence in empowering the youth. A special note of appreciation to the Secretary, Mrs. Meeta Raji Roshan, Secretary of Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, for this initiative and her ideas for this international conference. And this is the first conference which is organized by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India. So our sincere thanks to Sri Nitesh Kumar Mishra, Joint Secretary and Vigilance Officer from the Ministry, and thanks to Sir for supporting us in all the way in organizing this program. Chief guest, Dr. Sara Madam, for all her support and administrative guidance throughout this conference. Thank you, ma'am, for your gracious presence here. A heartfelt thanks to Mr. Madesh Parekh, who is a founder for BRIC Alliance and also representative from Ministry of Youth Affairs. Thanks for being here from Ministry. Thanks for all the support you have given to us. And we thank Ms. Kritika and all the young professionals from the Ministry who have been supported us. And we sincerely acknowledge the support from Dr. Mr. Randeep D, Secretary of Department Youth Empowerment and Sports, Government of Karnataka, as well as this program. We also thank Mr. Pratap Lingaya Sir, State NSS Officer, and D. Karthikeyan, Regional Director from State NSS, Government of Karnataka. We are immensely grateful to the Dr. A. Yenepoya Abdullah Kurmi Sir, Honorable Chancellor, Yenepoya Dean to the University, for his unwavering encouragement and institutional support. Thanks to the Pro-Chancellor, Farad Yenepoya, for his guidance and support for this program. Chairman of ICON Youth 2025, thanks to you, sir, for all the support and throughout this program and your guidance. I thank Pro-Vice Chancellor Dr. Shripati Rao and also Registrar of Yenepoya Dean to the University. Thanks to you, sir, for your unwavering support and guidance throughout this program. Our academics and also the Dean Student Welfare, our Finance Officer, Controller of Examination, Advisors of the Yenepoya University, and all the directors of Yenepoya University and center heads, deans and the principals, constituent units of Yenepoya University and the vice principals, faculty and staff members, supporting staffs and all other. We also thank the speakers for today, Mr. Prasindu from Sri Lanka, Dr. Bashir from Nigeria and Dr. George from Russia, Mayank, Gurudeep and the Antariksha and Sergey from Russia, and we have Sharan Anvesh Shetty from Bangalore, and we have also our moderators and the panelists Mayank, Nabarun, Divya Lakshmi and the Tanmaya from Bangalore and Mayank from the Maharashtra. So, and we have Tati from Russia, and we also have with us the Pascal from Chennai, our invitation and being with us today. And we also thank all the youth delegates. We have over 100 youth delegates from 20 states, including NSS, NIC. We also recognize Youth Awardee Javi Jamdar sir. Thanks for and to our dedicated coordinators, support staffs, our dear behind the scenes ensured the success of every single moment. For the part of this journey, and let us forward this spirit ignited here and continue to work together for a brighter, empowered and united youth force for India and the world. Thank you very much, each one of you.